Farm of Life family, do I have a treat for you today? How's it going, everybody?
Hi.
Here we have the most famous guest. We haven't blogged him yet, and I don't know why.
Because this is his fourth time here.
This is his fourth time back at the Farm of Life.
Woohoo! Champion Richard Stein.
It's the one, the only, and many of you watching this video are smiling and laughing.
Because you've met him.
Because you've met him.
Here.
This.
Hi there.
Is Dickie Stein, Farm of Life family.
Come on down.
The Dickie Stein.
Hello,
Richard.
everyone.
Yeah. Dickie, Richard Stein. Richard, I mean, let's start from the beginning a little bit, right? I mean,
Sure.
it all started. You found out about us through a massage therapist,
Absolutely.
right?
In February 2010, I had a massage therapist in Atlanta, and I was telling her about, health, holistic stuff, and she told me that she went to Life Grocery in Marietta, where she met Brian, and there was a presentation. She told this to me about 2 weeks after the presentation, and I immediately went on the website, called you, and I called Brian, and I was here the second week of April 2010.
Yeah,
First time.
We had some numerous phone calls with Dickie, and then we talked about, at the time Dickie had the esophagitis. He had a lot of stress going on in his life. A lot of anxiety, some anxiety and a lot of stress. And so let's push ahead to your first visit
April
here.
2010.
April. I wasn't here yet.
Brian wasn't living here yet. I was.
We had spoken on the phone though a bunch. But...
I came down before Brian to set up the business and hang curtains and buy furniture and mattresses and started the business first of all. Brian kept working, and Dickie was one of our first guests.
Yes.
Dr. Sam was here at the time.
Yes, let me
Dr. Sammy was here. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that.
Sure. Well, my first time, I knew, I saw the website, knew what the concept was.
Mm-hmm.
So I came here. I rented a car, and
how was the trip?
5 hours, Mom, Lord. The trip. I remember when I got out of the car.
He was scared.
Jody,
you had a meltdown.
I was like, oh. Of course, now I'm used to it. It's a breeze, a piece of cake. But first thing is that I was tired. I was anxious, of course, but I was tired. Didn't sleep much in Atlanta because of my job. And the first night, I slept 9 hours. And I remember mentioning it to Jody the next day. It was wonderful. I was in the cabin in the orchard, and there was just serenity and peacefulness that took over me, which I hadn't experienced in years in Atlanta, or even in New York for that matter, which is where I'm from.
Wow.
And it was literally a transformation to an extent, because
Overnight.
the subsequent nights, I was here for 7 nights in April. Again, the same quality of sleep with the the birds in the background or the monkeys or whatever animals you had. It was a sense of peace.
So the first time you came here, after years of not really sleeping and high anxiety, you finally slept.
That's and I repeated it.
And this is a common occurrence with lots of guests.
Yeah, it really
that
is.
They're not sleeping well in the United States or wherever they're from, and they get here, and their first night they just drop right in.
Yeah, and so you come here and you experience that, and then you go back to Atlanta. You join some of the, like Dr. Sammy's Raw Food Meetup.
Right.
You meet me for the first time personally. We met at Art Thomas in Atlanta.
Yes.
And then wow, I mean, when I saw this, it was sort of a blind date kind of a thing. When I saw him, I was like, wow, what an amazing man! Look at this guy; he's very good looking.
Thank you.
Man, incredible.
Thank you.
So we talked. We had a good conversation. So it was sort of a friendship. We started the kind of bond, the friendship. You knew Jody, you knew me. So it was just really. It was really moving in towards the friendship thing at that
Dr.
point.
Sam Okarski
And
was
then Dr.
also
Sammy involved, yes.
very, very important. Sam, I went to his home on the Raw Food Sunday meetups.
Yep.
And he was very inspirational. He gave me some of his manuals
Absolutely.
as well to read. So
yeah, so you're furthering your learning in Atlanta with all the information you got for the first time.
It's work in progress.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Your second time, so you decide to come down for a second time here.
The second time was the end of June 2011.
End of June.
I waited a year because of my work. And
Sure,
other
you're busy.
commitments.
You had a lot of stuff going on, and maybe some stress accrued. You wanted to
True.
de-stress again, and you came down and you met some wonderful people. Let's talk about
It was
yeah.
fun. Okay,
Mhm.
this yoga instructor, Danash, who lives in San Francisco.
Hello, Danash.
Hey, Danash. It was
What's up?
really fun. We went to Nayaka with him, and we did yoga with him on the platform. Kundalini
Kundalini yoga.
yoga.
Yeah, that's his specialty.
His
He does
style.
great with that. Yeah.
Right. So it was really a pleasure meeting him, and of course Jackie Alexander from San Diego. I had a special friendship with her.
Jackie. Dickie Stein. Dickie Stein's famous. I mean, he keeps
My
in
heart.
touch. Yes.
Actually, I visited Jackie.
Visited
in
Jackie
August
after the
for
trip.
a couple of days.
And you're about to go to Sweden to visit someone that you met
Yes,
recently
well,
too.
And this guy really makes it a point when he meets people every time that he's here. He's doing some amazing things. So
You're
the
probably
sec-
doing a better job keeping in touch with people than we are.
Yeah, I
to
mean,
some
that's
extent.
pretty
That's one thing
impressive.
I do.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I have contact.
You know what I noticed the second time you were here, though? And Jody noticed it even more because I got to know you before. I didn't know you the first time you were here. I knew you in Atlanta. You know, real high stress, high strung, right? Jody knew you the first time that you were here, real high strung. The second time you came here, there was a peace and a calm that Jody and I noticed. Like you were learning how to let go a little bit of
You were shifting.
of the anxiety. You were shifting a little
Every
bit.
time you come, there's more
Little bit
and more
better.
shift, more relaxed.
A little bit better.
From the first time I was here to the second, for that 11 months,
Mm-hmm.
I can't recall what it was, but it was something that maybe took the edge off a little.
A little bit, right. Baby steps, right? Baby steps. Then, you come back for the third time.
5 months later.
5 months later. I mean, it's now,
It
it's
was
just a short
Christmas,
period
New
of
Year's,
time.
This is December.
It was December, around
2000.
Christmas time.
Yep.
And we had some really
We
great
had
guests then.
full
We had
house.
Enrique.
Nicole.
How's it going, Enrique? Nicole, how's it going?
The Swedes.
We had the Swedes, the Vikings,
The Viginator.
Steve and Viggy and Vilda. And
Anemone and the baby.
yep.
Yep.
Yeah, talk to us about that
Charlize.
experience a
And-
little bit.
Again, Enrique was really great. It was fun.
Yeah.
And we went to the beach. Enrique was, he's from Austin, Texas. He was here for a couple of weeks and very motivational,
Yes.
and very passionate.
Inspiring man.
Ah,
Yeah.
speaking of motivational, you met Dr. Lou.
You
and
met Dr.
Allie.
Lou Corona.
Lou Corona and
Yes, very
Allie.
passionate, very interesting man.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And his assistant, a chiropractor from Canada.
Yes.
Dr. Allie.
Dr. Allie.
Dr. Allie.
How's it going,
The
Dr. Allie? Hope
Rocker
everything's going
doctor.
well.
Thanks for that adjustment. It's still holding. Dr.
That's
Allie.
right.
That's a good adjustment.
Yeah, he did one crack and wow.
But again, I noticed in that time you were even more relaxed. You were really very laid back, very chilled out. Getting starting to get a little bit better, not as high stressed. I mean, the process was just, it's continuing, right? The baby steps.
Right, and I befriended Vilda and Eric from Sweden.
Yes, you did.
And in July, when business is a little slow, I plan on taking a 6-day trip.
This guy's
To-
going to
to
Sweden.
Sweden.
That's correct.
He's going to Sweden to visit guests that were here from
That's
Sweden.
correct. Absolutely.
Vilda and Eric and the Viginator. Absolutely amazing that you're going to Sweden to visit them.
That's what I do. When I connect with people, whether it's San Diego, I do have intentions of visiting Enrique in Austin soon.
All right. Austin, Texas is nice too.
But I've never been to any of the Scandinavian countries. It'll be an experience. So, just coordinating it with them, and I'm doing it at the beginning of July.
Let me ask you a question. Now that these are the 3 experiences, and of course, this is you're coming to the end of your 4th experience.
Right.
Why come here all the? I mean, right? You could go anywhere. You could go to all different hotels, different experiences. Why have you come here 4 times? And of course, you're coming more, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But what in just short words, why do you come here all this much? Obviously, we're friends now.
I come here because I'm getting love from you, Jody, and from you, Brian. I come here because of you guys. Of course, this is an oasis. This is a beautiful. It's just what this farm does to me. Okay, and the relaxation that I get. But I'm coming because of you guys. That's really,
really feels
that's
good.
That's it in a nutshell.
That's
And then of course everything else, the excursions and everything that you guys put into it. Okay,
hmm
you know, I don't feel, and I don't think the guests feel that we're just guests.
No.
It's more than that.
Farmer Life family.
There's a mission, correct?
Yep.
You know, and you give it your all, you put your heart into it, and that's why I'm coming back, because of Jody and Brian Calvi.
It's the family
That's
concept.
the reason.
Yep. This is Richard now, our brother, Dickie Stein. Brother Dickie. Brother Dickie.
And I intend to return again.
He's returning again. I love this guy. This time, let me talk about the heart that this guy's got. This time, this is his 4th trip, and he's only here for a short period of time. He took a friend from New York.
From New York City.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that you met in New York City. And, you know, and financially she didn't have a ton of money. But Dickie just says, no, come on with me.
Come with me for
You
the
know,
week.
we'll have a good time for the week. And I mean, and this is the heart that this
That's
guy's
it.
got. You know, I mean, it's really amazing. So this time, you know, and you've met a few of the people here too. Marta and Deepan and some of the volunteers that
Sure.
we have here. And it's led us to this grand epiphany because Dickie's making some big changes in his life. Talk to us a little bit about some of the changes.
Okay, well,
Making a career
in
change.
the last couple of years, I was thinking about my living in Atlanta and my work, and I know I'm realizing what works for me and what doesn't work. And I made the decision in the last couple of months to resign from my current job, come here for 3 months, and then when I return to New York, get into something that I've always wanted to do, and that was to be with kids, teach kids. So
Teacher!
I want to be with kids.
You gotta
and
love it.
teach kids, and to get that level, I have to go for my master's. I was advised that, so I plan sometime next year, look into schools and going for a master's in education, and get my certification, and hopefully teach by the time I'm 52.
Yep.
So
Wow, that's amazing.
that's my direction, that's my plan. So the next couple of months in Atlanta will be transition, and it's something that I've never done before. I've always been in a comfortable state,
Sure.
status quo.
hmm
That is going to change,
See-
and I hold that, you know, to Ryan and to Jody to give me that push.
From the very beginning, and a lot of people, there's some fear here, right? I mean, let's be honest. This is tough when you make a big change like this. A lot of times when people have illnesses, and they've got some things that Dickie's had going on, and of course they're getting better, but a lot of times I'll say, you might want to change careers. You might want to change jobs. And so here we are, 2 years into our friendship, and now you're making the big plunge. I mean, you're doing it, man. I'm really proud of you. And you're doing something now that's going to open up your heart because you're going to do something that you love. And when you love something, the law of abundance, things come back to you. It's just what you give is what you get. When you're doing a job that it's just kind of mundane because you're doing it for a piece of paper, it doesn't give you what you need as far as the heart goes. And now this guy's making a big step in his life, and he's changing to matters of the heart. And I'm really impressed. And what he's going to do, too, tell us what you're going to do. You're going to come here for 3 months.
Yes, I'm going to be here 3 months, September, October, and November.
To kind of create some space for himself, right? To kind of quiet his head out a little bit, to kind of say, okay, this is the decision that I've made, and he's going to go on back. He's moving from Atlanta. He's going to move to New York City.
Yeah, that's going to take place in August.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I love it. In August, you're going to let go of the 2 things that aren't serving you, your job and living in Atlanta.
That's correct.
Let them entirely go, and then
That's
you're going to
correct.
come here for 3 months
Come
and
here.
just let yourself really sink into
Mm-hmm.
opening your heart, thinking about the transformation ahead of you,
Yep.
prepping yourself for it.
Working the mind, body, and spirit, right?
I never had that journey, so to speak, in Atlanta, but I'm beginning this journey, and I feel it will be positive, uplifting, spiritual. I'm
Yeah.
ready for it.
Because not only is he going to be a guest this time, because most of the time, Richard, you've come down as a guest for a week, but now you're here for a long block of time, where not only will you be a guest, learning all the things that we teach here, mind, body, and spirit. But you're going to help out, around the greenhouse.
Anything that has to do with the form of life, any type of chore,
you're going to learn the concept, which again gives you the law of abundance. You're going to learn the concept of loving service. And loving service, again, what you give, you get tenfold. And when you go back, you're going to have created that space to where you're going to know that when you leave here after 3 months, that you are going to be the creator of your life. That you're going to be at the driver's seat. Nothing external is going to affect you. It's going to be from the inside out, not from the outside in. When you walk away from the 3-month experience, that's what you'll have learned. And he's been learning it all along, slowly but surely, in the 2 years that we've known him and the friendship that we've developed. But in this heavy, intense period, when you come back in September, it's going to be amazing. Absolutely. You're going to leave with a toolbox, and it's going to change you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Man, look, it's been great.
Thank you.
Seriously, you've been a good friend. The Farmer Life family concept really holds true here, right? You've got a guest who's been coming now 4 times, and he's going through a lot of different changes and transformations in his life. And so not only is it a business exchange, but it's a friend and family exchange. And that's what creates the change for people. It really does.
Absolutely.
So we're real proud of you, man, and we are glad that you are in our lives and you're part of the family.
That makes me feel special. Thank you.
Love you, brother.
Thank you, baby. Thanks.
We'll see you later, Farmer Life family. Dickie Stein, signing off.